morning. Just find you all on my iPad. Got a hot cup of tea. And I'm ready to spend some time with you all. Nearly there. Okay, here we go. So back to normal service this week with a Monday morning live. We're in the swing of things now. School run was back to normal this morning. So girls are at nursery and school quite happily. And I've got a morning out here and the sun is absolutely beautiful here today. I don't know if you can see it. Look how bright that is. It's lovely. So, Baz, how was Mother's Day? Mother's Day was lovely. It was very much a normal day here. We didn't leave the house, surprise, surprise. But I got to eat chocolate all day and I got some lovely little treats from the girls. So yeah, very, very nice. We were really lucky. I'd ordered some baking boxes for my mum and Darren's mum. And we ordered a little virtual bake along through Zoom. And then we shared afternoon tea together through Zoom and a little quiz, which was really, really nice. So I think one thing we've realised is we've really made the most of technology and we've really made the most of being able to gather together virtually for almost a year now. I can't believe it. It's a whole year nearly since we've been in and out of lockdown. Second Mother's Day in lockdown. But yeah, we've made the most of it, which was nice. So felt very spoilt. Same here, no chocolate but Indian takeaway, no cooking. Lovely, Baz. I hope you didn't have to do the washing up either. So today I wanted to share with you a new product that's in the mini catalogue. You probably would have seen it if you've got the catalogue or if you've been looking up things online. It's the sweet ice cream sweet. And it's lovely. I'm really taken with it. I wasn't sure I would like it actually. It's not usually my style, but after a little play I really like it. It's the theme of my mini class this month, which I'm almost ready to send, and it will be the theme of my main project, my monthly project class next month. So if you like the style of what I'm going to make today, you might like my class next month. So let's make a start. I'm just going to turn my camera around and we will get crafting this morning. So let's have a little look what you can see. Now I've had a little move around, so hopefully you can see what I see. Let's see. I felt like everything on my right was getting really, really cramped. Oh, this is my pig. My lovely team bought me this. I'm a huge fan of these pigs. They're called Percy pigs, and they are one of Marks and Spencer's brands, little characters, and I'm obsessed with them. Me and the girls love them, and he sits on my craft desk, so as a little reminder of my lovely team. So yes, morning to Percy this morning. So this is the sweet ice cream set. You have the stamp set, which is lovely distinctive images, which means there's texture built into those images there. You've got some really cute little add-ons. You've got some sprinkles, you've got the lollipop stick, you've got it could also be turned into a flake in the top of the ice cream, and then you've got some lovely, lovely sentiments, and I really adore this font as well. Okay, it coordinates with a punch, which will cut out the little top of your ice cream and it will cut out your ice cream cone. This is great for making bunting as well, and I've seen this created as a little Minnie Mouse head like so, and I've seen them created as Pac-Mans, so really, really love that punch. Okay, these are the DSPs, the designer series papers. So they come as 12 by 12 sheets. So you have some gorgeous ice creams. They look so yummy, don't they? Love this pattern here. You've got some spots with a watercolour background, another watercolour background with a little bit of a scallop design, some yummy ice creams in really cute colours, some stripes, love those stripes, diagonal stripes with some more watercolour, and then more ice creams with a little bit of a sprinkle. So love that. The coordinating embellishment are these, and I'm absolutely terrified that I'm going to drop these. So these are the ice cream sprinkles, and they look like this. Really, really nice. And they've got a lovely texture to them. They're almost kind of rubbery, but really love those. But yeah, like I said, I'm terrified I'm going to drop them, much like I did the gilding leaf, but we won't think about that. And then the ribbon that coordinates with this suite is this lovely stripe, what's it called? Striped ribbon, and it's in Blackberry Bliss. So really lovely colours in this suite. Marion, I love this set as well. Yes, really, really like it. So I am going to play around with the stamp set. These are the cards that I've made for my mini class this month, and it's just focusing on the DSP. So you really can do so much with it. And the colours are beautiful in the DSP. So here's some I've made earlier. Okay, really like those colours. But today I'm going to focus on the stamp set. Okay, so here's a card that I've made earlier, and I really like this design. And I'm going to try and recreate a little bit of this today for you. So really lovely, fun and simple background, and then we've got this layering of the stamps to get our ice lolly, and then a lovely sentiment. There's nothing inside that one. So let's make a start this morning. I hope you're all sitting nice and comfortably. So I'm going to cut 2 card bases from one piece of A4 card. So I'm going to turn that to its portrait orientation in my trimmer, and the short edges at the top. There's all these little bits of paper. Florence has been playing with my trimmer. I'm going to line it up at 10.5 centimetres and score. And then I'm going to line it up at 14.9 centimetres and cut. So that will give me my lovely 2 card bases. Okay. Now I'm going to cut. No, let's do our card background first. So move that out of the way. So for my background, I do really enjoy making spots with my backgrounds. Okay. And I'm going to make those spots with these little sponge daubers. Okay. So I'm going to use a little bit of So Saffron ink this morning. Just going to make sure my dauber is nice and clean. Give it a little score. So with this, I'm quite simply going to add my dauber to my ink pad and then use it to create these dots. And I'm just randomly going to add these dots all over my card. Okay. This is one of my favourite techniques. It's also something I love to do, the girls love doing. I think it's because it's quite straightforward. And then when you're happy with how many dots you have, just stop there. Okay, so what I've done with this card is I have actually added my own little circles to each one of those dots, and I'm using a Stampin' Right marker for this. Okay, have a little swig of my tea. And I'm quite simply going to just draw freehand little circles in those sponge dauber circles. Okay, now that doesn't seem to be, that one seems to be running out. I use these so much and they're really cheap. I think they're £2.75 and they're a great addition to your crafting. I'm just going to go around each one of these, and they're meant to look freehand, so they're all different. Oh, Bev, lovely. I've used this as one of the cards in our March challenge. Lovely. You've all been really busy this weekend, girls, so what I need to do is go back through the album and just have a little look at what you've all been up to. I'm going to do that this afternoon, actually. Okay, so there are my little circles. Now I'm going to cut some more white card. So I want my little layer on the top. And this little layer is going to measure 7 centimetres by 11. So let's do a strip that is 7 centimetres. And then turn and cut it down to 11 centimetres. So I love that little look. I think that's really, really fun. Okay. And then for my ice cream, I've got some scrap Whisper White here. Basic white even. And let's stamp those lovely ice creams. So it actually comes in 2 parts. You need the top part and you need the bottom part. You'll need a spreadsheet. Yes, I think I might soon need a spreadsheet. Okay, so we have the top, which is the rounded section, and then we have the bottom, which is obviously the bottom section. So I'm going to stamp this in one colour, and I'm going to stamp with soft seafoam. Sorry, I couldn't remember then. I'm going to stamp the bottom part first. So there you have that lovely little bottom piece. And then you have 2 choices. You can either stamp this directly over, or you can stamp off and do it, but I'm going to stamp directly over. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the edges, and that middle part of the stamp that kind of goes up a little bit, I'm going to bring that down to meet the part of this image that I've already stamped, like so. And then you get this lovely, gorgeous little image. Okay. Why have we stopped? I thought we'd stopped then. Sorry, girls. Or boys. So there we have our little ice cream. And then we need to stamp the lolly stick. So the lolly stick, I have this one here. You can either do it as the background, the long stick, but I think that's too long. I prefer to use this little one here, and I'm going to stamp that with my trusty crumb cake. Oh, Bev, you're attempting the alphabet. Wow, I'm impressed. So just to fill you all in, I have a team of demonstrators. They're called the Stampin' Stars. They're all amazing. And I've been running challenges throughout lockdown to keep them crafting. And this month's challenge is the A to Z of crafting. So for each letter, I've created a little, I'm creating a little, or I've created a little topic for each letter. And the ladies have got to make one thing for each letter. So it's very busy in my group at the moment, and it's amazing to see everyone crafting and feeling inspired. They may not thank me for it afterwards, but it's been lots and lots of fun. And of course there'll be a few little giveaways at the end. Okay, so there we have our little ice cream, which looks super, super yummy. Just going to grab some black card because I need to create a little layer behind that. Okay, so we've got a nice, lovely citrus orange lolly. So let's go back to our piece of white. What was our measurement? Our measurement was 7 by 11. So let's just take this down a little bit. We'll cut this one down to 7.5. And then we'll cut this one down to 11.5. So just added 0.5 centimetre onto that original measurement. And then now we can layer this together. Oh dear, my glue is blocked. Just what you need on a Monday morning. Let's use a different one. I'll sort that out after. Just realised my grid paper is upside down. Look, Stampin' Up is down here. Oops. Okay. So that is on there like so. We're going to add our ice lolly, and I'm going to add that with some dimensionals. So, or just one maybe. And then my sentiment, I've gone with "You're so cool." So let's just take that, and I'm going to stamp that in Memento, so a nice black ink. And that's going to go about there. So quite a straightforward card for you all today. For my card here, I've actually drawn around the edge with my right marker. So I'm going to do the same again. I think this may be the one that's running out. Excellent. Yeah, it was. So just gone around the edge like so, and then I have added just a little bit of splashing just to here, which I'm going to do like so, and then we can stick this down. And then we can stick that down like so. Okay, so that is my simple card for you this morning. I really like those two. I think that the pink is really, really lovely. So that is our first card of the day today. So we'll move on to our second card. Oh, Baz, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? So we've got our second card base that we've used, that we cut at the beginning, and then I'm going to create a little layer. So I'm going to take this down. Let's see what the width of this is here. So we've got, so let's take it down to 13.4 centimetres. And then we'll have one here that is 9. We'll have two that are 9 centimetres. Okay. And then this, I wonder how big this is. Not big enough, so we won't use black this morning. So we've got our piece that will sit on our card like so. So then now we're going to do some ice creams. I'm going to take my ice cream top stamp, and I want my cone stamp. Some of my blocks need a good clean, and we want this little middle one. And then we want some sprinkles. So there's lots going on with this stamp set. So let's stamp our ice creams. So the thing you need to be mindful is how you need to stamp your ice cream head. If you stamp it so that it's there, you're going to get this piece cut out. So I like to stamp it along the bottom of my card. So I'm going to stamp this 3 times, and I have some lovely soft sea foam for that. So we'll stamp soft sea foam. We'll stamp with mint macaron. Like so. And then we will stamp with petal pink. Mum says she's lost the sound. Let me know if it comes back. Okay. So that is our trio of colours this morning for our ice creams. And now we will punch those out. So just using the punch, I'm sliding that in, lining it up so you've got that nice little white border around. No, Baz, that was actually mint macaron. Oh good, it's back now. We have our green one, and then we have our pink one. so. And then we want to stamp our ice cream cone. So I've got some crumb cake for this, and we need to stamp that. That's fine. So this is first generation, which I think is quite dark, or you've got second generation, which I think is a little bit better. But we will see how we get on, and then punch this out like so. So this is a great way of making a little bit of bunting as well. So. Okay. The first one I said soft sea foam. Oh, Baz, silly me. Sorry about that. And then we have our pattern for our cone. So I'll just add this, which looks like so, and then to add that, oops, you just get a little bit of detail. So now I've actually stamped this, we can then start building our ice creams. So you can either do just one, like so, or you can layer them together. Okay, so where's my card? So let's bring this card back in, and let's do a little bit of background stamping with this. Oh dear, I'm getting my words all in a muddle today. Sorry everyone. So the colours that I've used is So Saffron, Mint Macaron and Petal Pink. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on the background with this lovely dots, and I'm going to stamp with first generation and second generation. So second generation just means it's the second time you stamp with that ink. Okay, so I'm not re-inking my stamp between stamping. I'm just working my way around the card. So that gives us a really nice background. I'll show that to the camera so you can see it. That's our little background there. Okay, so we can now add this onto our card, and I'm going to stick this down so that it is flat. What is going on with my glues today? So that's our background with our little bit of stamping on. Now, shall we do 3 of these? Yeah, let's do 3. So let's bring our little bit of scrap back in. I'm going to stamp 2 more cones. Cooey, Stacey, did you all have a lovely Mother's Day? Lovely Mother's Day indeed, thank you, my dear. Hope you did as well. Hope you're all very spoilt. Oh, and we need to add our little pattern. And we'll punch these out like so. One and 2. It makes me think of something. It does me too, so it really does. Okay, so here we go with our ice cream. So that's coming together really nicely. Now, shall we add some sprinkles? I think we should as well. Good embellishments for scrapbooking layers. It really is, especially when you're going out and having an ice cream, which sounds like a dream come true right now. So I have my crumb cake stamp pad again, and I'm going to layer on my sprinkles like so. So the attention to detail in this stamp set is just amazing, I feel, and it just changes that look, I think, of it. have an ice cream man come in my road every Sunday still. Oh, I love an ice cream man. Shall I let you into a secret, girls? So we rarely have the ice cream man come round here because I live so far away. And when we do, whenever the girls hear it play its sound, I'm really mean. I say, oh, he's sold out. I can't believe he's sold out already. When you hear that sound, it means he's sold out. I think they've got wind to me lying to them now, but first of all, they did really, really believe me. But also, I'm one of these people that never carries cash. So whenever the ice cream man comes, genuinely, I have no cash. So yeah, it's all very fun. But I'm mean, aren't I? So I'm going to use some glue dots to put these together. So first of all, I'm going to stick down my cones with like so. And this is where we want to make sure that we've got room for our ice creams, and we do. That's good. I'm just going to move that one back along a bit. And then our ice cream can go on top. Oh good, I'm glad it's not just me. He takes card. Ours doesn't. I think I need to speak to her about taking card, don't I? But yeah, ours doesn't. So pop the next one on. And our third one. Like so. Okay, it's coming along nicely. So let me know what you think of our little ice cream card. Bad mother, yes I am now. That's very bad. My mum moans at me about that one. So now I'm just going to create a little banner. So I'm going to cut a strip that is, let's see how thick we need it. So let's have this as a birthday card. Let's pull out this lovely birthday. I'm just going to grab a new block. I bet if you ask, you might find out that they do. I don't know if I want to ask, Baz. So let's see. I think we need a banner that's about 2.5 centimetres wide. Oh, that's the wrong one. So this width of this is about 11.5, 12 centimetres, but we're going to cut that down. But first, let's stamp our centre. I'm going to stamp it with crumb cake. Put that back down. I'm just going to stamp that in the centre of that strip, like so. And then let's cut this down. I'm just going to trim it down a little bit off the ends. And then to create my little fish towel, like so, I cut into the end of the card in the middle and then take it in from each side, like so. Okay. So then let's work out where we want this to go. I want to be able to see that banner. So let's add a little bit of, what can we add, girls? Let's have a look. I think it feels a little bit lost on there, and I really want to not do that in black because my go-to would be black and white. But I don't want to do that, but let's just double check what we think. So this is one I've got. The black and white is lovely, isn't it? How about let's cut it out? Okay, this is where I get really indecisive. So I'm going to trim around this instead. just started raining here. That's not good, is it? Okay, so I'm just going to follow this edge around. Add a bit of So Saffron. I could do actually, couldn't I? I'm cutting it out now, Baz. Got to be some fussy cutting. Yes, Anne, it's my thoughts exactly. These sentiments are perfect for fussy cutting. Well, I don't think I'll be leaving the house this morning now. Not that I was going to go very far. That's better. Or I could have just stamped it onto the card, shouldn't I? This is when I feel really indecisive. Should we save that for a rainy day and stamp it on the card? Let's do that. See, girls, sometimes I'm asked quite a lot, tell me about your creative process. This is what it's like. I dilly-dally and I faff all the time. So this is my creative process. There we are. That looks good, doesn't it? Happy with that? How funny. Okay, so that is our lovely card front finished. I've got a piece to add inside my card. So I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping in there. I'm going to stamp my little ice cream cone. Just so that it is off the edge, like so. And then my little ice cream cone, let's go for the yellow ice cream, shall we? Because he's in the middle. And let's stamp that onto some scrap. Our sprinkles, like so, and then punch that out. We've got our little ice cream, and then in here you've got Hope It's Sweet. Let's now add that inside our card, shall we? Like so. Okay, and finishing with our little ice cream. Perfect. So there we have our two finished cards for you this morning. We have our first one where we've created the lollipop with some So Saffron and some fun little spots in the background. I really like that one. And then we've used our ice cream builder punch for this one here. We've gone with So Saffron, petal pink and mint macaron for our colours. We've got our stamp sentiment that we've stamped directly onto our card, not fussy cut. And then inside we've got another ice cream, like so. So I hope you enjoyed that live for Monday morning. Feel free to leave me a comment or get in touch if you have anything else you'd like to speak to me about. It's always nice to chat along with people, especially my